Tom Clark's 6M podcast is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to Tom Clark's 6M podcast. I'm your host, Tom Clark, and in this episode, I'm joined by co-host Christopher Ray Patton. When it comes to 1980s action icons, kids, there's a few names that immediately jump right off the page to you. Arnold Schwarzenegger is of course, one of them. You could argue Charles Bronson to some degree, maybe. Steven Seagal later on, if that's your speed of action star. Jean-Claude Van Damme, and, a handful of others here and there that I'm not, thinking of at the moment. But one of the guys that really jumps out at you, I would guess, is Sylvester Stallone. And I'm currently binging Tulsa King. Not a bad show. If you guys out there haven't seen it or checked it out, I'd recommend it. Season 1 is solid. Season 2 gets really hokey. And I've got a couple episodes left to finish Season 2, and I'm like, what is going on with this show? However, it's getting nominated and winning stuff, apparently, so what do I know, right? But again, Stallone is the guy. So when we were picking what to do today, my co-host here said, how about Rambo? And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with Rambo First Blood. However, if we're going to do Stallone, we either do a great movie or we do one that's not so great. So kids, welcome to Over the Top, the not so great Sylvester Stallone movie with a soundtrack that'll make you wince in pain, and I'm sure some scenes of a kid driving a semi that'll make you go to the next room and cry. But we're going to tackle it because we never promised you gold in every episode of stuff that we're going to review, okay? So everybody be patient. This should be a fun one. This will be an audio commentary for all you kids if you'd like to listen to this show as you watch along with the movie. And you might enjoy it a little bit better. I don't know. We'll try to make it fun. But before we get cranking here today, let's do this. Over the Top is a 1987 American sports drama film. That's being very generous, okay? Starring Sylvester Stallone as Lincoln Hawk. There's a name for you. A long-haul truck driver who tries to win back his estranged son while becoming a champion arm wrestler. Huh? It's a hit already. It was produced and directed by Menahem Golan, and its screenplay was written by Sterling Silliphant and Stallone. Robert Loggia, Susan Blakely, and David Mendenhall are among the supporting cast. Over the Top was released on February 13th, 1987 by Warner Brothers United States. The film was a box office bomb. What? How did that happen? It's got Stallone. But look, the budget is $25 million, and at a running time of 93 minutes, it made $16 million. So possibly, maybe you could perceive this as a bomb. Perceive away. But that, in a nutshell, is your lowdown for Over the Top. So, Chris, here we are. We're going to tackle this freaking show on a watch-along, or this movie. I haven't seen this movie in years. Some of it will be very familiar. Other bits, I'm sure I've completely forgotten. But as we get started, have you watched through this at all? Or if you have, how long has it been?
I made my wife watch this movie with me maybe like 10 years ago. We'll go with 10. We'll put a nice round number on it. And she had never seen it.
And you're still together?
Yeah, said it was the dumbest thing she'd ever seen. So the real question we're getting into today is this movie better than RoboCop 2? I have a feeling this movie might be better than RoboCop 2.
That's our measuring stick for movies on the 6M podcast, kids, is RoboCop 2, whether it's good or bad or worse or terrible. So
I do know that it is not 2.5 hours. So we're already starting out good there.
Very good.
They did try to cast Ox Baker as the main rival at one point, which would have made this movie even better. They missed a golden opportunity there. We get to look forward to a guest spot by Scott Norton at some point, which I did not recall being in this film. So if you're a wrestling fan, you get some good wrestling tie-ins here, especially with the legend, R.I.P. Terry Funk.
Yes.
which I told Tom before we did this film, I was like, we're going to have to do a precursor before we start the show in case I start talking about Terry Funk too much, which possibly might happen as we watch this thing along here. So non-wrestling fans, you can ignore me and know Terry Funk is that guy that was also in Roadhouse. You can go with that.
Yeah. It's entirely possible. The Funker, who him and Randall Tex Cobb. I know we've talked about Randall Tex Cobb here on the show before, you and me especially, about he was like a part-time this, a part-time that, a stuntman, a bouncer, and then an actor, and then a wrestler here and there. Yeah. Whereas Funk was the real deal.
So we had some confusing things before the show. I launched this movie. It said it was an MGM joint. Then the Canon logo showed up.
Mm-hmm.
You launched this movie, and it said it was a Warner Brothers joint. And the little thing that you just read also said it was a Warner Brothers film. But as far as I know, this was a Canon Films production.
It is the Canon Group Company, or Canon Group Incorporated production company, distributed by Warner Brothers.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Okay. So it's a Canon film, guys. So just prepare yourself. Think of all of the death if you've never seen this before and decide to watch along with us.
For people younger who don't know about Canon, tell everybody out there why Canon was so big in the 80s, because you've got some reference for this. So what do you think?
So there's a couple of great documentaries about Canon film. One's Electric Boogaloo. That would be one I'd recommend to watch. But basically what Canon Film would do is they would pre-sell a movie based on a movie poster. So like if you look up the movie poster for Over the Top, for instance, it's Sylvester Stallone, a truck hitting a car, and a silver eagle behind him, and doesn't say anything about arm wrestling whatsoever. It's just called Over the Top. So as far as you know, this could be like Maximum Overdrive or or like a sequel to Road Warrior based on this poster. So what they would do is they go to like Cannes or other film festivals, and they would sell like territorial rights, theatrical, video, TV rentals, and they would take those guarantees, right? And then they would go get loans on the guaranteed income that would come in from that. And then they would take the average budget of a film, let's say $11 million. I think this came out in 86. So I think the average is like 10 million, 11 million for one of these movies. And they would say, okay, you got 5 million to work with. So basically the idea is they would put out a ton of movies as a company. So the idea is the volume covers the risk. We're putting out so much stuff. We're getting all this pre-bought. We're getting all these pre-buys for TV and cable, et cetera, that we're taking loans against. So if something flopped, you had something to fall back on. Mistake that they ended up making is taking on projects like Masters of the Universe, Superman 4, where they actually spent a big budget. And that was kind of the downfall. So everything that worked for them stopped working for them. And it's actually known as canon math. So if you look up the term canon math, the terminology about what happened to Canon Films and let's say between 86 and 89, and which pretty much wrapped the company up. I think one of the founders left and then it was sold off. But that's the kind of film that you're getting into here. The budget on this one, I don't have the budget in front of me. It was probably a little higher than $5 million because I know that Sylvester Stallone has openly said that he kept saying no to this movie until the money felt right because he hated the idea itself as a film.
Well, the budget was $16 million. It only made the budget was $25 million. It only made $16 million. But I don't know how much he got. Like, I got it, $12 million.
Yeah. So there you go. So they broke the bank on this one, hoping the name Stallone alone would have made this thing work. And this is the beginning of the downfall of what started happening with Canon Films when they kind of got out of their wheelhouse. Instead of doing things like Break-In Electric Boogaloo and Death Wish 5, the movies that they could easily spend $5 grand or $5 mil on and turn a $5 million profit. Or like I said, because that they had pre-sold all this stuff, there's a softer ceiling as far as like how far they could go. money-wise, but there was also like the fall wasn't as far for them if something went wrong.
Right.
That's the canon math and canon math not mathing before we get into this. So, right, there's they basically, what Canon Films is known for is taking action stars like Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, or sex symbols of the time, and putting them in leads in terrible movies that were like cost $5 million. I love a lot of those terrible movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, Death Wish has a special place for people out there watching it, but that's the gist of it. And if you want a deeper dive on that, if that intrigued you, I highly recommend watching Electric Boogaloo, the documentary, and maybe we'll cover it one day because it is just such an interesting tale of this ECW-esque film company.
I love that idea, actually. Yeah, I'd be here for that. As a kid growing up in the 80s, man, that Canon Group logo was just iconic. Like, we saw it. I just remember seeing it all the time before I'd watch a film. Like, it was just, as much as the MGM Lion for me personally, that was just as iconic when I was a kid, man, because you knew it was probably going to be an action flick, could have a big name in it. Maybe it was going to be, I don't know, but like, yeah. And then like now when people retcon the idea of what comic book movies could have been made in the 80s, and they'll like use AI to show you Tom Cruise as Iron Man and Brad Pitt as Thor, they'll use that little Canon logo as a way of like, look, if it had been made in the 80s. And I'm like, you guys have no idea. Like, it's so easy.
They're picking the wrong heroes for a Canon film.
No kidding. No kidding. And yeah, and also the pockets would have to be very deep even then for something like that, man.
Well, that was kind of the downfall here. That's Superman 4, right? Superman 4, Masters of the Universe. They stepped out of their wheelhouse, which they would have had to have done at some point anyways, because the film industry did change a little bit of just being able to put out gritty action films. But the idea that they could sell those to HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, or TBS, whatever, that's how they made their nut, for lack of a better term, is that they pre-sold all this stuff based on, like, look, it's got Chuck Norris in it. Here's the poster.
Here's what more you need.
Which is just crazy. Like, they are very much the ECW Paul Heyman of just selling things, like lying about what things would be, and then they come out and they're like, this is nothing at all like what they said they were going to give us.
Yeah, well, they got away with it for a long time until they no longer got away with it. To your point,
when they tried to get too fancy, it stopped working. They could have went the Roger Corman route of just continuing to do what they're doing, make low budget fun films for the fans that like your low budget fun films. But yeah, the Canon logo is iconically tied to like Chuck Norris films and like I said, Death Wish. I can't think of the actor's name now. Was it Bronson, right? Charles Bronson. Like those these are definitely, you're watching movies for guys that like movies, and you're like 3 movies in, one of these might show up, or old HBO or Cinemax, where they would buy rights to these things because it was cheaper and they could show them all the time uncensored. And that's the lore of Canon Films. This doesn't feel like a Canon's film movie, honestly. But once again, they were all about just putting out more quantity than quality. Usually you get a little more. You don't get a father-son bonding story over a Canon film normally.
You don't get kids driving semi-trucks, I'll tell you that right now.
Boink Studios YouTube is the home of Tom Clark's 6M podcast. Tom Clark's main event, Bear Mode, a podcast review of The Bear, and Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Subscribe to the channel for archives that date back to 2014, with new content being uploaded every week. And check out boinkstudios.com for links to every podcast platform, social media, special announcements, and a lot more. Bookmark the site today.
As a kid, I'm watching this movie going, they're going to let him drive the truck? I don't know. Like, it's fine. But
all that being said, shout out to Sylvester Stallone for always working with Terry Funk. I love that. So
right, yeah.
He knows quality. He knows that's Sylvester Stallone. He knows quality.
He got
that's
it right.
Why they made him pay? That's exactly why he made this production pay him $15 million or whatever you just said, which is
12. Yeah, the budget.
Half the budget of
the budget. Yeah, 12 million out of 25. It's like, how'd the movie do, Sly? I don't really care. You know what I mean? Why do I care how it did? I don't care. Yeah, well.
So before we get into it, I do have a fun interview thing that he said. He was very unhappy with the final film.
I'm sure.
In an interview, Ain't It Cool News, which I've never heard of.
You've never heard of Ain't It Cool News?
I have not, man. It's probably before my time. I would have been a youngin'.
Been around forever.
But he said that if he had directed the film, he would have changed the setting to an urban environment, used scored music instead of rock music, and made the Las Vegas finale more ominous. So think about that going into this film. And then at the end, we can discuss on whether it would have made this movie any better, because I don't know. And I'm assuming his writing credit on this is that he read the script and was like, dude, we gotta work this out.
Yeah, I don't even know what to think about that, because he does have a screenplay credit. Gary Conway is listed as the guy that wrote the story. And American actor and screenwriter. He includes a co-starring role of Gene Barry in the detective series Burke's Law from 63 to 65. He starred in Land of the Giants, sci-fi show on TV from 68 to 70. And then David C. Engelbach is the other guy listed on the story, but I've not heard of him before.
And this movie is inspired by real life events. At least the story of the truck driver arm wrestler.
I did not know that.
The John Bresnick is a real life arm wrestler who inspired the character of Lincoln Hawk, who won the truckers class of the Over the Top tournament. So there was actually a tournament called Over the Top. And he did win a Volvo white semi. So there is some truth in this. I doubt Terry Funk was there, and all of the shenanigans that happened throughout the film, probably not related at all. When this movie came out, he took the truck on tour, Tom. On tour to various movie theaters. And then after the film was finished, he sold the truck and bought himself a 1987 Corvette.
Oh, interesting.
So the more you know.
Right?
I did not know that this was based on a true story.
I didn't either. Who knew? Bresnick, Cleve Dean, and Scott Norton make cameos. Alan Fisher, John Vreeland, Andrew Cobra Rhodes, who plays the final match referee, is also a multiple-time World Arm Wrestling champion. What's that? So we'll get into this as the movie happens. You got an opinion on arm wrestling championships? Obviously, got to be tough to do it. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's better than whatever Dana White's currently trying to do with that. Let's just slap each other, give each other CTE. So
what?
Jesus. I'd be more interested in watching a arm wrestling championship than that, if I'm being honest.
Even after it came out that it's causing that, and they're still going with it. Like, of course, they told us in the 80s cigarettes will kill you, and people are still lighting up. So what do I know, right? Like. I don't know.
Yep.
Just saying.
Cigarettes are a slow killer versus just letting someone open hand slap you as hard as they can.
On no planet. No. I don't think it's worth it. If you spend half your winnings in medical bills, how's it worth it? Do you know what I mean? You got to put dad in a home because he took an open hand slap to the face.
I have never watched a real life arm wrestling tournament. I have watched a lot of professional wrestling in which arm wrestling is used to get over the good guy in a story by winning an arm wrestling competition. And probably one of the more recent ones, I say recent, this is probably like 20 years ago at this point, would be Scott Steiner versus Triple H.
I remember.
And him putting Triple H down multiple times and Triple H selling it like crazy. But that's when I think of arm wrestling, as a big professional wrestling fan, as most of your fans know, I definitely think about like just people like Mark Henry or Scott Steiner's like, this is an easy thing to work in, right? Like,
yeah, and it's like once you get to Hollywood in any capacity and they know you're a wrestler, you're going to suplex someone through a table in the movie. It will happen. And I'm like, do I have to suplex him through a table in the movie? Can't I just do what stuntmen do? Why do I have to do wrestling moves in this movie? Do you know what I mean? Like,
unless it's Terry Funk, in which he's just going to be selling the entire time.
Right. Yeah.
As we saw in Roadhouse, he just takes a roundhouse kick, sells. Gets up, takes a roundhouse kick, sells.
No kidding. That's a real man.
This movie is very similar to that as far as Terry Funk's not doing any suplexes in this film.
In the immortal words of Jay Briscoe, Terry Funk ain't wearing no mouthpiece. I'm just saying. So, you know, for all you kids
need no
out
mouthpiece.
There, no.
Rest in peace.
Absolutely.
Jay Briscoe as well.
Yeah. Well, kids,
let's get into this thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, before we talk more about it, let's watch it. Now, we're watching on two different platforms, me and Chris here. So, like, he's got an MGM logo. I had the Warner Brothers logo. But here's where you need to be. Go past your logo. You're going to see a mountain range. Don't ask me why. When you get to the words, a Canon Group Incorporated Golden Globus production, pause your movie. Pause it. When it pops up, let the full logo come up, the titles come up, and then pause. I'm at 22 seconds. Chris is at 24. Okay.
If you're watching this on Amazon Prime with ad free, it is exactly 24 seconds, and it does say something slightly different than Tom's. It says the Canon Group Inc. presents.
Interesting.
So there's two different rips of the intro to this movie. Someone thought we need to change this overlay, I guess.
Yeah. This is going to be fun. What if the movie's different? What's your runtime?
My runtime is 24 seconds. You had it spot on. I have not started it yet.
What's your total runtime?
Total film. 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 21 seconds.
I got 1:33:38.
They had to add all that Warner Brothers stuff at the end.
Oh,
I bet the credits has a bunch of Warner Brothers specific things that cause it to run like 14, 15 seconds longer.
Or I've got 17 seconds of footage that you don't have.
Unseen footage of this arm wrestling movie. Oh,
I got the director's cut of Over the Top. You got to turn your hat backwards and you got to get that thumb, brother. Once you get the thumb.
Really lock it in there.
I grew up watching this movie. Don't think I haven't seen it, y'all, because I've seen a bunch, but I haven't seen it since I was like that little, that big.
This seems to come up a lot, but TBS, am I right?
Yes. Oh, my God. All the time with the TBS.
We're doing
Saturday
Bloodsport
matinees.
next. I think it's confirmed.
Yeah, because later on it became Airheads. Airheads was on every freaking day on TBS, I think it was. Remember? All the time with Airheads. Yeah, I'm not hating on that movie. I'm just saying. All right, kids, here we go. Be sure to queue up where we told you, and we'll drop markers as we go. We'll let you know where we are. We're going to go on 3. 1, 2, go on 3. Okay, one of these days I'll switch it up and throw you for a loop. So I'll go 1, 2, go on 3. Everybody get ready. Position over the play, everybody. 1, 2, go on 3. I'm already seeing the truck making the big wind. That truck hauling whatever he's hauling. It says Sylvester Stallone.
I believe that to be a combine harvester.
Well done.
I could be wrong because the sides of it are folded up.
I got the logo on the screen over the top, big mountain. I got sunflowers right now. Also starring Robert Loggia. R for Robert Loggia. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Loggia. Do you remember that? Family Guy.
Yeah. Get to listen to some Eddie Money to start this out, because when I think of trucking and truck driving, I think Eddie Money.
Eddie, by God, Money. They call him Eddie Long Haul Money. I don't know. Eddie, she works hard for the money. I don't know. Is that Eddie Money? No way. It don't sound like Eddie Money to me.
It is. It does. It's Eddie Money. It says it at the beginning of the movie. It says this specific. I can't remember the title of the song, but because I have subtitles on, it says the name of the song, Eddie Money.
Music by Giorgio Moroder, who did like every movie ever made at that point. He did a lot.
So old Hawks hauling here. He has a old what I'm assuming what looks like a Peterbilt to me, but I am not well versed in my semi trucks. But the thing about this is he has this, which is funny because his last name's Hawk. You would think he'd have a hawk on the front of his Peterbilt, but it's a eagle. This big silver eagle. He's about to spend a lot of time washing his truck and tires, which when you look at the rest of it, it's Sanford and Son-esque.
Yes.
But it is telling you that this man cares about his career, his truck, even though he can't afford a new one, he cares about it. And all of this is important because while he's washing his truck and having a shave, his kid is graduating from military school. I'm assuming like 5th grade or something, and he's just missing it. He's going to wash that truck.
To clean his truck. The truck is a 1965 Autocar A6 4B. Never heard of that in my entire life.
Okay, so it's not a Peterbilt. So, like I said, apologies. All American Truck Simulator fans out there didn't nail this one for you.
Now he's brushing his teeth out in the cornfield, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Checks out.
Way to be there for your son, Lincoln.
He's nailing it, dude. Well, he didn't want to show up dirty, you know.
Well, Father of the Year.
Hey, in general, it's better to show up dirty and have people look at you than not show up at all. So.
And he's still not there. It's all right, kid. You get to drive that truck later. Don't worry about it.
This whole thing ties into the grandfather a little later on, where he sent him to his he sent him to the school that he went to. We're just gonna go with that instead of me tripping over the pronunciation of that.
Alma mater.
Yeah, there you go. This kid did not want to go here. Clearly,
I had no desire to ever join the military. And kudos to those folks who do. They're better people than I am. I never had the desire to join.
The beginning of this just completely reminded me because I tested it earlier to make sure that there was no commercials on my version.
Mm-hmm.
This just reminded me of that episode of King of the Hill where they send Bobby to the military academy Cotton went to.
Yes.
And he's like trying to break Bobby, but not really. Not in the way that he talks about being broken as a kid. It's like that's immediately what I think of when I see one of these like military academies. Is Bobby Hill sitting on a block of ice and melting through it in his tighty whities.
Cotton Hill was a fun character, man.
He's a character. That's for sure.
I've turned on my closed captionings, but I don't know if it's going to work. I haven't had anything pop up yet. Hawk hauling that truck. I'm just going to park it right here. Is that okay? Sure.
The face Sylvester Stallone makes is the same face he probably made when he read the script to this film.
Right.
As he gets out of this truck.
Like, who's this clown with his suspenders?
Which is so weird because, like, I don't want to get political, but a lot of these people that would be in the military aren't going to be rich gentlemen. They've probably seen a truck driver before or have had friends that came out of the military to become truck drivers or blue collar workers in general. So like the idea of these like full dress soldiers, like, who's this guy? What? He got out of a semi? That's wild.
Right? I have no captionings, by the way. I can't turn them on. That's wild. That's fun.
Well, you know what they say, Tom? The winner takes it all. The loser gets the fall.
That's what I hear.
I would have like ran away from the school and then not knew what to do and went to Canada as a child. This life was not built for me.
No. He says, I don't have a father, sir. This is your father, Michael.
Sets up the tumultuous relationship between father and son here. Just really hammering it home. Also, I've seen Sylvester Stallone's kids. This kid is not cute enough to be Sylvester Stallone's kid.
He does kind of favor him a little bit.
As in he has the same color hair.
So 87. Let's see.
So I had 86 for this. So this is after canon has already started crapping the bed, so to speak.
Yeah, this came out February 13th, 87. Yeah.
Do we know what else was directed by Menheim Golan? Sorry if I mispronounced that.
What else?
I was asking if you had it pulled up.
Oh, I don't know.
I
know Golan Globus were huge names back in the day, kind of like Canon Films was. I mean, what I want to know is what was Stallone in shape for coming into this movie? Because he's in Rocky shape right now. Like,
probably
look at that.
Rocky 4, right?
Look at him. That is egg whites and chicken right there. That's the Stallone we're seeing right now, dude.
So this would have been around Rocky 4, right? Rocky came out in 78, right? When did it win? We'll have to look this up.
Cobra was 86, Over the Top 87, Rambo 3, 88. Rocky 4 was in 85, so it was 2 years prior. So if they started filming in 86, it would make sense coming out of that, I guess.
Also, Cobra, a great film. We should totally watch.
It's a film.
Man cuts his pizza with a pair of scissors, Tom.
Just saying. Got that match in his mouth the whole freaking movie.
This Golan also did Cobra, by the way.
Well, there you go.
Produced by. I'll say produced by. He did not direct it. I wanted to see what else he directed.
There's pictures of his kid all through the cab there, by the way.
Yeah, he loves his kid. He just got to work.
But he don't know him. He don't know the kid. Yeah.
Trying to look for anything that this guy directed.
Michael, this kid.
He did do the Delta Force, which is another Canon product.
Yep.
With Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin.
And they just glued stuff onto random Jeeps to make it look futuristic. I do remember that.
Yes.
This kid is David Mendenhall, by the way, everybody.
Okay. Also, I love that he just used painter's tape to tape the photos, of the child.
And Lincoln's telling me he wrote to him all the time, but he didn't get the letters apparently.
Which we will find out why here very soon.
You notice how Stallone's trying to do like a straight up, regular guy accent here?
Yeah, he is leaning a little less away from what we would go. Well, he does the same thing in Cobra too, because if we're being honest, Rocky was making him money, so he needed to separate the characters a little bit here, right?
Yeah.
This child just decides he's going to run across the intersection.
Right now, listen, in 2025, a trucker in a hat and suspenders chasing a kid across the freeway, the FBI is getting there. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Get that guy. Get that man.
Yeah, I think even in 87, people might be like, we need to go to a payphone. It might not be as instantaneous, but they might be like, we need to get to the payphone.
Did y'all see that? Oh my God. Yeah.
We got to stop at the Waffle House and see if they'll let us use the phone or something.
Stop at the Waffle House. Stop at the mall.
Get us a pack of smokes.
Stop by the Twin Pines Mall and get the payphone. Robert Loggia.
And the first on-screen sighting of Terry Funk.
There he is.
It was looking gorgeous out here. That curly
the funker with short hair back there. Or it's a ponytail. Is it a pony?
I don't know. We'll have to wait till he turns around. If it is a ponytail, this is definitely, business in the front, party in the back situation, because it is short hair.
It is short hair.
This is the return to WWF Terry Funk, I see.
Mm. Yeah, I swear to God, it's like Stallone's trying to sound like a regular white dude right now.
We've watched some movies with some bad fathers on this, like that dude from Gremlins.
Uh-huh.
So far, is Stallone a better or worse father than the dude from Gremlins?
Well, evidently, the letters to his kid did not get delivered to his kid, and he didn't have any way of knowing that. And the way the story goes, his ex-wife is sick,
Mm-hmm.
and suffering from heart disease, and asked that he pick the kid up from military school and try to get to know him. So he thinks he's going into a situation where he's wanted, but this kid doesn't even know about him. So right now he's okay.
Also, sick beard. This looks like my beard, but I could have played this character a few months ago.
You might be ahead of me a little.
Has he walked into the bar?
Oh yeah, they're in the bar. They're sitting down right now at the bar where the beer is.
Right.
Okay, he's letting Junior sit at the bar in front of a beer. He's still okay. The kid ain't drinking a beer. He's fine.
Hey man, this is late 80s, early 90s, and my grandpa took me to restaurants that had beer, and we'd sit at the bar if he was eating something. This was not as big of a deal as it seems now, I will say.
He's still okay.
He's getting him a big steak, so. Oh, he said, make mine chicken fried, brother. I hear you. A chicken fried steak.
Tuna salad, whole wheat toast. This kid is health conscious. You can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that.
I don't know if I want a salad from this place, Tom.
That's fair, actually.
This seems like a place where, like, health conscious or not, dude, you just get like some fried wings and you're like, I'll do some push-ups or go for a jog later.
Well, they recognize him, obviously, as being the arm wrestling dude of the Mid-South. I don't know.
He's the smasher.
He looks like one of the Outlanders, doesn't he? He looks like Turbo Magnum right now.
He does.
Or Turbo Floyd, excuse me.
He's he's definitely something.
Come on, I got my overhauls on. Come on, let's go. You here to arm wrestle or you here to play? I think you have to have things on your shoulders to be an arm wrestler, because we've seen overhauls, now we see suspenders. I think it's part of the... Look at that big dude. That big chunk of beef that just came into the place. Who's that guy? Look at Stallone pumping himself up. Look at him.
Oh,
He's got those crazy eyes, man. Oh, the hat's on backwards. What now?
Oh.
See?
Got to prepare like Ash Ketchum out here.
There you go. There's Big Show. He's creeping up on the Stallone's kid.
So what's crazy is they casted. The second pick was Ox Baker, and then they went with this guy because the actual person, like, they wanted the arm wrestling champion of the world at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he was so big that it was unbelievable that Sylvester Stallone could beat him in an arm wrestling competition.
Interesting. That's Rick Zumwalt we just saw, who was himself a pro wrestler.
Yeah, which is it's kind of a crazy story.
Wait for it. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. That transition's coming.
I don't buy this guy wearing a Toyota hat in this bar. That does not seem like something that would fly in the current environment that they're in.
There you go. Now, is that legal? I ask you, arm wrestling aficionados out there, the moving of the thing to get the thumb in the thing. Come on now. I cry foul on that. That's shenanigans.
But that's the over the top. That's where you get the term over the top.
And then when you get in there, you got to, ha-ha, boom, just to show off, you know?
Sylvester
Oh, that's
Stallone
funny.
is the same problem I have with hats, where you only like, especially snapbacks, where you can only like leave like one button or two buttons max.
Yeah.
He's got a big dome like me. I feel you, Sylvester.
Bull Hurley here, kids.
Mm-hmm. So what's his thing? He works out at Gold's Gym and he's a bounty hunter, right? Like, isn't that his gimmick? Is that he's a bounty hunter in this movie? I'm trying to remember.
Dude, I really have no memory.
I think that he's either a prison guard or a bounty hunter or something. He's not the main bad guy in this film. He is the main rival for arm wrestling, but he is not the kids just watching. He's not a bad guy. He's just a fellow competitor who has sweated through this shirt.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Oh, I'll bet it's not pleasant to stand near him.
Yeah, well, he went to the Gold's Gym and got a pump in real quick for the shoot.
Look at that dude on the bar looking at his kid like, I don't want a kid in here. Did you see that face? That was great.
The amount of Toyota and Honda hats in here, there's no way that would not start some kind of altercation with the vibe that this bar is giving off.
Right. The kid's in the phone booth on the phone with his mom in the hospital, everybody. Just so you know.
Do we ever get what is going on with his mom other than she's just in the hospital?
Heart disease is what the internet say.
But he's like been away from his mom for a long period of time at this. Like, I've never, and I could be wrong. Maybe there is some form of heart disease where you have to now live in a hospital constantly.
I don't know.
But
it's possible, I suppose. It's beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. You've been a lot of places. You're like Johnny Cash. You've been everywhere. Have you been out there, wherever they are? I'm guessing that's Arizona.
I have been to Arizona. I don't know if this is Arizona. The main finale takes place in Las Vegas, so probably New Mexico, Arizona, Las Vegas.
New Mexico,
Nevada,
yeah.
Would be my guess.
The Alpine tape deck. Brother, Alpine as a kid was the thing. It was it.
If you didn't have an Alpine or a Pioneer, even when I was growing up, then you just got you have a garbage radio.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Cars would come with radios and you just be like, nah, and rip it out and put something else in.
And if you had a few more bucks to spend, you could get a Kenwood. I did have Kenwood at one time. CD changer. It was awesome.
Until like the cartridge gets slightly off kilter and then it's stuck and you got to beat on it to get it out and then it never works quite right again. I also had a 6-disc changer at one point.
Or it gets off kilter and every time you hit a little bump in the road, the CD skips.
Either the CD skips or it changes CDs. It's like, oh, I got to fix this.
Yes.
And it reloads a CD, but it's a different CD.
Yes, absolutely. I went through that.
Which is really weird when you're on a date with a girl and you're trying to listen to some Boys to Men or something and you hit a bump and then it flips over to like Master of Puppets. You're like, oh, sorry.
Oh, get this. The song you were talking about at the beginning of the movie was done by someone named Robin Zander. International versions of the film had Eddie Money singing instead.
So I am watching the international version.
And I am not.
Which was apparently released by MGM instead of Warner Brothers, but it's still a Canon Films joint. So we have solved the mystery via Eddie Money. Thank you, Eddie Money, for helping us.
We got Kenny Loggins on the soundtrack, Sammy Hagar with the Winner Takes It All.
Sammy Hagar wins the soundtrack on this one. I don't say that very lightly because I don't like Sammy Hagar. Go listen to the Eddie Van Halen review of my feelings of Sammy Hagar. A Winner Takes It All. It's a pretty good track.
Frank Stallone is on here with a song called Bad Night,
which probably was also written into this $12 million contract of Sylvester Stallone to get him to do this film.
Yeah. Robert Loggia just spoke to the doctor. He's walking with a little dweeb and the funker. Funker ain't said a word yet. Funker ain't got to talk. He just got to show up. That truck looking like something out of Mad Max. What the heck are we doing here?
I know, right? Like this is it's either Mad Max or Maximum Overdrive for me every time I see it. But it's supposed to be like a ran down truck. And it's like it doesn't break down a lot though. It seems like it's operating fine.
Yeah. Right?
So maybe get it painted, brother. Like
I grew up watching Maximum Overdrive, and I think to this day it was just an excuse to have AC/DC do an entire movie soundtrack.
It's awesome. And also Green Goblin on the front of the semi is
pretty cool
as a Spider-Man fan. You're like, that's sick.
We'll have to do freaking Maximum Overdrive on the 6M.
For sure. It is it does not hold up that well, but
no.
It's still Maximum Overdrive. You get to see a man get killed with an RC car, so it's worth
or you could what's worse, seeing a man get killed with an RC car or seeing a man get killed with an RC cola? I'm just asking.
I like RC cola, so
I hate RC cola.
Oh, really?
Horrible. Wretched.
You like Pepsi?
Putrid. Huh?
You like Pepsi?
I grew up drinking Coke. I was not a Pepsi kid.
I mean, so did I, because I grew up in Atlanta, essentially, which is the home of Coca-Cola. But I like a good RC cola. If you like Pepsi, you'll like an RC cola. So you probably don't like. That's why I asked, because RC cola and Pepsi are very similar. I could taste test them and tell you which one was which. Which there's a whole episode of All in the Family, where meatheads like I know this isn't an RC cola, and they give them a blind taste test. So.
That's fun. I haven't touched sodas in years, by the way. If I had a sip of a soda now, it'd probably just taste like pure sugar water to me. Because I
drink a lot less of them than I used to. I still enjoy a soda with a pizza or a good Tex-Mex meal. I feel like those things come well together. But yeah, I know. I like good old-fashioned club soda, mineral waters, non-flavored, none of that LaCroix stuff.
I don't
perfume.
I don't do I'll do spring water. I'll drink water and coffee. That's it. I might do juice occasionally, like orange juice or something like that, but that's it.
I drink beer, so that's beer, mineral water.
Yeah.
Sodas, waters, and the normal water. We have this awesome water filtration system, that you would have in an office here. So drink a lot. It's pretty good. If I'm feeling dehydrated, might do one of those liquid IVs.
Yeah. What's this?
His son respects him now because he won an arm wrestling match, you see, which is how all respect is earned.
Of course. This is that King of Loggins song, isn't it? Yeah, Probably. Meet me halfway.
He went ahead and ripped off the other sleeve of this military coat so that his son looks like a cool guy now. It's like a biker vest almost.
I need a lighter. I could just hold my phone up like they do now with the light.
Also, this Brute aftershave logo on the side of the truck is great. It just says Brute. It smells like man.
Remember Eddie Murphy's bit back in the day, Brute by Fabergé, right?
I remember the Brett Favre one more. Same play, where he gets tackled by a girl, and he's like, same play. And then years later, it became super creepy when people realized what a creep Brett Favre is.
Brett Favre's, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Vikings fan. Brett Favre's he might be a piece of crap. He might be a piece of crap.
It's almost like he stole someone's information and then started stalking them and then sending them penis pictures. We'll go with penis. I was going to say something else, but I'll try to keep it as PG as possible.
Well, he didn't. I'm just saying he didn't.
And it wasn't the only person that he did that to.
Jesus.
And he stole a bunch of money in Mississippi.
You think there's ever been a woman on the planet who's like telling her friends about, so how did you and so-and-so meet? Well, it's a funny story. I'm at this bar one night. I meet this cool guy. We talk a little bit. I get home. He sent me a picture of his junk, and I got to be honest, it was love at first sight. We've been together ever since. No. I'm guessing no. Has that ever happened? Ever?
Yeah, most ladies out there don't want to play chat roulette with their text messaging.
No. But there's plenty of dudes who are like, dude, she lifted her top, sent me a picture. I'm like, I'm marrying this woman. You know what I mean? I'll bet it goes the other way quite a bit. I'm just saying. You think I'm wrong? Come on.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
This could easily go to a rabbit hole. I'll just leave it at this. Brett Favre stole a bunch of money from lower income families in Mississippi, and he stalked a bunch of people.
I did say perhaps he's a piece of crap. If I say he is one, maybe they come after me. So I'll say perhaps he's a piece of crap.
What was he gonna do? Sue you? You that worried about Brett Favre? Brett Favre, come at me, dog.
Brett, can you prove to me you're not a piece of crap? He's like, what? Because he got hit in the head a lot in football. So he's like, I don't know what. Right, I don't know.
Yeah. He was not well loved here in Atlanta in general because he had a huge drinking problem when he was here and did not care about the team, and that's why he got traded to the Green Bay Packers to begin with. And granted, he did go on to win a Super Bowl. Little to do with Brett Favre, more to do with Reggie White trade.
Sure.
But that's a whole nother conversation there for sports fans. Maybe Ray Dean can talk about it on his new podcast.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug for you and Ray.
Thank you. We can't miss the kid driving the truck. I'm here for everybody. Look behind me. I'm only here for the kid driving the truck. Did we understand? Have we seen the kid's feet?
No, but this is definitely underestimating how hard it is to drive a semi-truck, especially a 1960s semi-truck.
Actually, a 1965 auto car A64B, Chris.
Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Oh my God. Again,
this is exactly
where are
how I would think it would go, though.
But where are his feet? Again, I ask you, how is he reaching the pedals? This kid's 3'11". Tell me how this is happening.
Maybe the idea is that he pushed the clutch in once, and because Sylvester Stallone was just holding. Never mind.
I like how you tapped out. Look, he's reached it.
Point, yeah, he did. Okay. I was like, Sylvester's doing all the shifting for him. Maybe he's just holding it in gear. Now, I will say, I don't know. This kid's maybe going 15 miles an hour. You probably could just do this in third gear in a semi, right? They have like 18 gears or something.
I don't know. Something like that. 18, 47. I don't know. It could have as many as it wants.
It's a lot. I do know
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I have a big respect for people that can drive one of these because if you put me in this thing, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sure I could probably figure it out as someone who's driven a manual transmission car before, but like, it's a lot. It's a lot of gear.
Yeah, if you drive after me with a blunt instrument or a sharp object, I'm sure I could probably get away from you in a truck, but it'd probably take me a few minutes to get going.
Don't you love when you're driving up the mountains and you just see those signs that say runaway trucks possible and then just have those giant runoffs?
Yeah.
It's the most terrifying thing ever to think about. Like as you're driving, you're like, oh, this happens, I guess, sometimes.
Supposedly, and this is stuff you hear as you're driving through the years, supposedly if you hit one of those with your truck, it's screwed. We're talking replace the engine time because all that the sand gets kicked up into the gears and stuff. I don't know if that's true or not.
Better than dying, I guess.
I mean, evidently, yeah.
Shout out to this Mario Brothers machine in the background.
I see a cigarette machine at the moment.
Right there behind it is a Mario Brothers machine, yeah.
Right
when they walked in, you had to catch it right when.
And the kid with the 80s haircut. Look at that haircut.
Fun Nintendo story. So if this cabinet looks familiar, it's because they took Donkey Kong machines and converted them into Mario Brothers machines at Nintendo of America.
Shut up.
100% true.
That's pretty cool.
They did that a lot. When they would oversell a cabinet and get a new game would come out, they would take the old cabinet and they would have there was not a lot of employees at Nintendo of America at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And have them working like 60, 70 hours a week making these machines and sometimes delivering them. That's a true story. If you watch there's several good Nintendo documentaries, but yeah, they talk about that. So you can even tell like the button combo, everything, the way it's set up is very much. And that particular machine is just the mini game that you have in Mario Brothers, where it's like you run and you try to get the hammer. So one player can play Mario, one can play Luigi.
That's cool.
Remembering correctly.
He's got his kid in arm wrestling competition on top of a pinball machine in an arcade, and his kid lost.
Don't you love that this is the same haircut that the redheaded kid who was in Salute My Shorts, but also in Terminator 2 has? It's like the same haircut 10 years later.
You have that's a great callback because you're 100% right. It's even the same kind of jacket too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the same kids.
Yeah, it's the same kid. Yeah. Well, they did time travel in the Terminator stuff later, didn't they? So,
man giving an appropriate answer when the cops are looking for your friend. I ain't seen it.
Right?
He saved the entire world. He saved humanity by making that lie.
It's true.
It's too bad you've already done Terminator 2 and it's in the back catalog, because that would be a fun one.
Well, they only made the 2 Terminator movies, so we did both of them, and we were done.
I have heard this. Like they've only made that one Crow movie.
Well, of course, the Brandon Lee Crow, the classic. That's it.
The one with Gids, the one that everybody wants to.
So we're back to the whether or not he's a good father conversation. Is he still a good father? Like,
he's teaching the kid not to be a loser. I don't know. I grew up like this.
Yeah.
Playing various sports and stuff. Like, you got to try harder, brother.
Yeah, but there was no arm wrestling competition until his dad set it up for him. These kids were minding their own business. And I
thought they were kind of. Were they not bullying him? I was too busy talking about the Mario machine.
I don't think so. I thought they were just playing the pinball.
To be fair, this kid's been at military academy. I'm pretty sure he could smoke this street tough. He's been out like running laps.
The hat's on backwards. All bets are off.
I left mine on backwards so that I don't have to do it each time.
See, this is how you're taking over the podcast, because your skills just jumped another level because of the hat on backwards.
Yeah.
You were at a 9, now you're at an 11. Okay.
We should start calling people wimps again, by the way. It's not a term that gets used enough. I think if you really were in an argument with someone and you called them a wimp, it'd really hurt their feelings, because you just don't hear it that often.
Shout out Phil Lindsay, but Phil and I were talking about we should bring the word dweeb back, because dweeb is still an insult.
Same thing.
It's
Dweeb,
still an insult.
Wimp.
If you call somebody a geek or a nerd, I'll be like, that's cool. I've been called a lot worse. Like, hey,
I like they're acting like this cook back there wouldn't yell at them for arm wrestling on this $2,000, $3,000 pinball at the table. Yeah, over the top, Mikey, over the top. Now, I will say, this movie so far is better than RoboCop 2.
This movie is Godfather compared to RoboCop 2.
Because we've had a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
I have been entertained so far.
I could watch this kid on this payphone for the next hour versus watching RoboCop 2 again.
Never again. And people say RoboCop 3 is worse. So for fans out there listening who listen to RoboCop 1 and RoboCop 2 and expect us to do a sequel, Tom's going to have to set up a Patreon or something for that, because I don't suffer.
Next year's coming. We do them a year apart, right? You know what we could do? We do RoboCop 3 next year. RoboCop 3 in 2026. The RoboCop reboot in 2027. See, we just pace them a year out.
I just remember me spending 20 minutes talking about how good the RoboCop video game was in comparison to that movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
His kid's out here styling his hat and hair in a motorcycle little side view mirror.
And by the way, if she's so sick with an IV and whatnot, why is she always on the phone?
The internet has to be wrong. I always thought that she had some sort of terminal cancer or something.
I did too.
Or like AIDS or something.
You notice that she's got the same haircut as the kid he just arm wrestled in it.
She totally does.
Oh, look. His kid done been took, man.
Got him.
Run, Lincoln. Run like the wind. Oh, no, they got him. So let me get this straight. You have now kidnapped a child.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how we said RoboCop 2 was still worse than this? We're starting to get into weird territory here.
No, but see, because the grandfather technically has custody of this child, so the argument, and he has lots of money. So the argument that could be made would be like, yeah, but who's going to trust this truck driver over this rich, influential man who has actual custody of this child currently?
Listen, Mr.
If you want to get into unbelievable things here, this semi is about to chase down this truck.
That semi is handling like a sports car right now, isn't it? Like
this thing is the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am right now.
Yes. How is that happening? They get him in front of the feds and say, Mr. Hawk, if that is your real name.
At least they tried to make it a little realistic. Like he's cutting across, like he's just a better driver, you know, like he's cutting across traffic and stuff. So you get out with a big wrench. Oh, it's a mag light. Okay. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
What kind of goons are these? They just like, they're like, oh no, abandoned ship. They don't have a gun. They don't have anything.
They're running down the road and one looks at the other. Isn't that truck in your name? Oh, crap. You know what I mean? They're still running. Like, okay, sure. Every time you see Robert Loggia, get ready. He's always like this all the time.
He just ran through this person's like auto shop repair or junkyard. He's like, you can just keep this truck now. It's yours.
Right?
Also, what kind of long haul trucking does he do where he never gets any time off to see his kid ever? Through the history of this child's life. I'm not saying long haul truck driving is not tough. You know, maybe we only get 1 day home a week sometimes in the 80s. I know lots of no dose and lots of cocaine back then. Driving regulations and such, but
yeah, they're not checking the log books in '87. I'm just saying, like,
what?
How old is this kid here?
Well, he's like got to be in like 5th grade, right? Because like he had a graduation, so you're assuming it's a graduate, like I don't know, 6th grade, 7th grade, like 11, 12.
I still have a tough time with him trying to do a straight up white guy American accent.
What if he sounded like Buck Owens? Hello, Trouble.
Oh, that's funny.
My name is Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
If Sylvester Stallone could do accents, man, the amount of movies they would have put this man in.
Dude, it's just throwing me off. Didn't he do this same thing in Tango and Cash? Another highly regrettable film?
Probably.
Where he's like...
We'll go with probably.
It's like, Tango, what do you think? I think we should go after them. I think we should get in our cars and chase them down the road. And you're like, is that really how you talk? Like, what?
That's totally how he talks, brother.
Jeez. Have you checked out Tulsa King, by the way?
I have not. It is on the list. We did talk about it. I kind of, for the longest time, I was like, like a mob movie set
Me too.
in Tulsa. Yeah. I don't know, but you said it was good, so I'll plan on checking it out.
Season 1 is fun. Season 2, 2 episodes in, I'm going, what happened? It kind of almost feels like a different writing team for season 2.
Yeah, some of my favorite British people are doing a podcast with this guy about the bear. So
do tell.
I've been watching those episodes week to week. There's this one really annoying American on it, though. Like
I hate those guys. What do you think of the show so far, honestly?
I think it's really, really good, especially because I haven't watched The Bear, so I'm getting kind of a companion episode. It's really enjoyable. If you guys like that show and want to rewatch it along, with Tom and Joe, and I'm gonna forget you now. It's on you. Remember, co-host
Jay and
Jay,
Big
yes.
Tasty.
Big Tasty was the one that I was stuck on because I can only think of the Goldbergs when I hear Big Tasty.
Well, it's the McDonald's sandwich.
Well, I know.
See, I was hoping there was a better story to it, and Ben's like, "Oh no," he said, "We just walking by somewhere." I forget how the story went. They're like, "Big Tasty, that's you." And it's like, "Okay," and they just started calling him that for no good reason. Like, that's the whole story. But now I can't imagine calling him Ben all the time. It wouldn't feel right. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if everyone else is calling him Big Tasty, you got to roll with it, right?
Yeah.
There's a character in the Goldbergs, the oldest brother. His nickname is also Big Tasty, which
nice.
I immediately think of when I think of Big Tasty.
I feel like we've missed something important.
Yeah, he's supposed to fly home to see his. They're at the hospital to see his mom, and these guys are trying to kidnap him or something. No, never mind. We did miss something important.
Yeah, right now the kid's crying his eyes out.
Oh, she got moved. The grandpa did some nefarious things, or she died. One of the two.
I mean, can I ask you this? In '87, would a cab driver just take off with the kid in the back seat?
If this is in Nevada, maybe.
Where to, kid? I mean, what just happened?
You got cash?
What just happened, man?
He hits the timer. Well, the problem, the thing that's going to happen is when they get to the destination and the kid ain't got no money.
Yeah. Follow that car and step on it. I don't know.
That's how you end up in a garbage can in New York.
Right?
During this time period, at least.
I like how he just crashed the entire funeral by being the last guy there. You just chased down a pickup truck and a truck that shouldn't have been able to go that fast, but you can't get to this funeral on time?
I like that he's got this like 2006 My Chemical Romance fit on with the dark charcoal shirt and dark charcoal tie.
It's like a black denim shirt or something.
Yeah. It's if the shirt's not tucked in, there were definitely kids when it's tucked in. If the shirt was not tucked in and he had on like some slacks, this would have been like Scene Kid 101 right here. With his sick fit he's got on.
The truck's back wheel is a little dangerously close to the edge of that water, aren't they?
So he's in California now, right?
I maybe.
Unless this entire thing took place in Texas, like.
Well, let's see here.
Because he's at the ocean. So
it's a trip from Colorado to California, yes. They arrived at the hospital. Christina has died from complications during surgery. What surgery?
When were they in Colorado? Well, we saw the mountains at the beginning. Okay,
that must have been.
Started in Colorado, but everything else has happened in Nevada, Arizona, Mexico, and now California. Which just happened in the span of like 2 days. So this guy is coked out of his mind.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He is doing the Cannonball Run right now.
It's like, you know what just popped in my head? I was like, I know what you mean. No, he says, I was thinking the same thing. I thought Colorado Rockies would have been a lot rockier than this.
Dumb and Dumber.
That John Denver is full of crap, man. Yeah.
Did you see you ever seen them put the C-3PO walking away from R2-D2 and Harry walking away from Lloyd at the same time with Crash Test Dummies over it? It's like the same exact scene. It's hilarious. I haven't seen it. I'll send it to you.
Did they pattern it after that? Because if they did, that's wonderful.
I'm assuming if they didn't, it is just like one of those crazy coincidences that happen like once in a lifetime.
Wow.
But like it's like literally queued up, and he's like, "I guess you never made a mistake." And like C-3PO is walking through the desert, and Harry's walking through the desert at the same time.
That's funny. That's really good. I gotta look that up now.
It's pretty great.
Kids, he was at the gate. Now he's getting back in his truck, and I suspect the gate's not going to last very much longer. But I could be wrong. Maybe he'll leave peacefully. Look, he's leaving peacefully.
You know, we usually talk a lot about the cast in these movies.
Maybe he's
There's-
not leaving peacefully.
There's not a huge, big name cast in this, right?
There's really not.
Outside of Terry, obviously, who deserves a Emmy, Oscar whenever he's in any of these films.
Of course he does.
I love when he runs through the fountain. It looks so awesome. It's like, yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I came to get my son back.
No. I came to get my son back. Where is my son?
It'd be better if he was. That's why he wanted it set in an urban environment. When I read that quote earlier, he's like, he set this thing in Philly.
Right.
Whatever, man. Got paid $12 million. What's $12 million now? Like 50, 60 million?
60 million, probably. Maybe more.
Sly looking trim in this movie, though. You were right. He is leaned out.
Yeah, his face is hollowed out, but that's just to say that again, grilled chicken and egg whites. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is definitely after Rocky 3 when he gets with Apollo and runs up the beach, leans down, so he's got that speed.
He got those big long socks too.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
You 80 kids were all about those knee highs, huh?
Hey, those were socks. Hell, we didn't know how stupid they looked till later, and you go, "Oh God, I look like an idiot." What was I thinking? This poor kid has cried through this whole movie, dude.
He really is kind of a crybaby for someone that just graduated military school.
I think he's broken Tobey Maguire's record for crying in a Spider-Man movie. Like, he's cried a lot in this movie, man.
But see, like, at least Tobey Maguire's like character kind of makes sense of like, well, I mean, I guess this kid's mom died, or maybe did we confirm if she died or not? Is that why
she died? That was the funeral. Remember, he crashed the funeral.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the funeral. I was too busy talking about his like sick Spencer's Gift / Hot Topic outfit that he had on.
This first time, yeah. Look at his physique underneath that shirt. You can tell he's ripped.
I like this gel just has painted on the wall. No loud talking. All the things that a jail would have on a wall painted, no loud talking is number one. They're like,
my God.
It's like fucking excuse me. It's like elementary school over here. Shh. When the red light's on, we're quiet.
There's no loud talking, keep your hands to yourself, and at the bottom of the line is like no anal rape. Like, how did that not get into the top two? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think this is just jail. This isn't prison.
Oh, I see. Excuse me. Now, this guy's a dweeb.
Like, don't throw urine on people.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like,
this guy's a dweeb. Can we say that?
This dude is totally a dweeb. This is his public defender, right?
Well, this is one of Loja's men. Remember? He was walking with him through the hall a while ago.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, he's like, you're never going to get custody, Brett. We got all the lawyers.
I want my Stallone to have his thick, regular accent. This is creeping me out.
And Sylvester Stallone is like, bruh, have you saw Rambo? He's like, give my kid back, dog. I took out an entire sheriff's department.
I just want to see him punch through that steel cage and grab that dweeb and pull him through it. You know what I mean?
We are going to have to do Rambo at some point.
Sure.
It's the entire rest of that franchise really lets down how good that first movie is. That first movie is awesome. The fact that Sylvester Stallone's out here doing all of his own stunts in that film as well is kind of insane.
We binged the entire Mission Impossible series in 2 weeks' time, every movie.
I never could get into those. Really, like I've tried. I like Simon Pegg a lot, and I like the first Mission Impossible, but the rest of them, I don't know. It's not James Bond, I guess.
Part 3, I think, is the best one. I think I've read a lot of people who believe part 3 is the best one of the whole bunch.
It's because it's got that Metallica on the soundtrack.
Was that part 3 with the rock climbing? Maybe.
That's the one part 3 with
Philip Seymour Hoffman
with Fuel. There wasn't Fuel on one of those soundtracks. I thought that was.
It was I Disappear.
Oh yeah, dare not disappear.
That's a great song. It's an underrated Metallica song.
Yeah, there's too much hate on that era of Metallica.
I agree.
It's not as bad. Reload and Load is not as bad as people make it out to be.
No, they're not. There's some great songs. Dude, if you listen to King Nothing and tell me it didn't do anything for you, I question if you can hear music. That song makes you want to get up and punch a hole through a wall or conquer a nation or something. I don't know. Like,
yeah, just the hard turn against Metallica during Load and Reload is kind of baffling.
Yeah.
In the scape of other music coming out.
Yeah. It's not Kiss doing disco. Everybody needs to calm down. Do you know what I mean? Like Metallica cutting their hair and doing Load and Reload is not Kiss doing disco, for God's sake.
Plus we get Lars doing that great
Well, that's Marianne Faithfull on that, right? That's not Lars, is it?
I don't know.
I think it's Marianne Faithfull.
I just assumed it was Lars because he looks like a troll.
She's a British singer, Marianne Faithfull. She was big during the Rolling Stones era and the Beatles and everything. And
so she's the one playing the wordy-gurdy in that video where they're swinging around on that platform thing.
Yeah, she's in that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. The more you know. I just assumed it was Lars being creepy because he's Swedish.
La, 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 la. You know that they all had their eyes were taped over underneath the glasses, I think, because they were all getting sick from that platform moving. So now they would just run that thing through ChatGPT and be like, make Metallica swing around on the platform. Sure. But it's not real.
Yeah, Metallica does all their own stunts.
I want my Metallica strapped to a platform and be made to swing upside down. I don't need AI doing that for me. You Metallica guys, get on that platform. It's like, get up there and dance. Get up there on the platform.
So I will say one thing about those, like the hits off those albums are very similar. Like Memory Remains is also very similar to some of the songs that we were just talking about. But
look,
that was just
you're gonna like give them props and then crap on them.
I'm not. Hey, I did not. I just think that those albums get way too much hate. They're not. Those aren't bad albums.
No, they're not.
If you're comparing it to some great Metallica, then yeah, maybe. But like,
what is this? What's he doing? He's got weights rigged up in the truck.
Yes. I wanted to talk about this earlier. This is how he works out on the road, is that he's unhooked the truck horn and hooked it to a stack of weights, and he just does this.
Well, that's how you get jacked, Chris. That's how you do it right there.
How you look like Quagmire in Family Guy after he figures out internet porn's a thing, and only one arm
is jacked up. Yeah,
it's like you can't. Like,
yeah, that would be tough right there. Yeah,
while driving and shifting. All right, brother. Jerry Reed, way better truck driver than Sylvester Stallone. We'll say that.
Hey, look, he ain't wrecked yet. He's
way
okay.
More he has wrecked. He's already ran into a car and through a house. What do you mean?
Yeah, but okay, fine. But you can't tell. Look at the truck.
Jerry Reed only wrecks one time, and that's to run over all those motorcycles. So he's already 2 wrecks behind Sylvester Stallone. They're
playing the Kenny Loggins song again.
Yeah, I mean the 80s movies did this. Think about how many times they play that Kenny Loggins or that not Kenny Loggins. What's the in Top Gun, the slower song that they play? Not Highway.
Yeah.
They play that song like 3 times in that movie.
That's right. Kids.
Also, do you know that Highway to the Danger Zone was supposed to be Toto and not Kenny Loggins?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Toto was like, we don't know if this really fit. This is like, because it's kind of like pro-war in the movies, kind of pro-war. And Toto doesn't really fit our vibe, which is why they didn't do it. So they passed on it. And Kenny Loggins.
Funny enough, I could hear them doing the song. I could actually hear it in my head.
It'd be cool, yeah. Like Toto could do probably a really good version of that song, but that's why they chose not to do it. They were like, it's not really Toto's vibe.
Can't get mad at that. The kid has found the letters, kids. He's found them. All of them. And you know what's cool? They've all been opened. So this dirtbag grandfather opened them, or whoever. Why would you even open them? Would you think there's money in the envelopes? Maybe that's what happened. Dude, she's got the haircut as that kid, the pinball machine.
It was a sick cut back in. Maybe I should do that.
I'm just saying. Find yourself casting an action flick real quick.
Yeah, it's like Geek Kid number 2 or whatever. I already saw my doppelganger, which you missed when they pulled up to the bar to begin with, and the guy came out with his clipboard and a Marlboro hat. And
Yeah.
That was totally me. Beer gut just flopping out there. This movie is really missing the guy that plays like the biker in every movie ever. He was also like in famously in Bloodsport, where the guy's like, "Okay, USA." This movie's totally missing him. Where is he at? Where's his agent missed out on this? He would have been like a great fit in this movie.
See that truck, kids? That's what you see on the backdrop behind us there. That's the truck he ends up trying to win. We don't want to give anything away.
Which is not the truck he act. That is now. What truck does he win in this film? Because it was a Volvo that he won IRL. And that looks more like something made in America.
Volvo white truck and Trailmobile trailer. Grand prize in a movie worth about $250,000.
Then what was that? That is not a white Volvo.
That's a good point. I don't know.
The white Volvo is what he actually won in real life. Like, so he did that guy. The guy that won this thing in real life, that is what he won.
By the way, you could just give me the money. Like, I don't think I want the truck.
So with all of those game shit, like with anything like this, if you win the prize, you can just take a cash value, but they tax it. And they tax you when you win these kind of prizes. So like the Price is Right. If you win one of those grand showcases, you have to pay the tax on that stuff. So like, say you win like 30 grand worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Say, we'll be generous and say it's 20% tax or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you gotta pay that out of pocket before they'll give you the prizes, apparently.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
This guy got lifts in it. Did you see the guy's got? I need lifts to have it at height because I'm short. You're on the same level as these cats.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Why don't they make them sit down so that they're all kind of on the same level? Like, why do they have to stand to do this arm wrestling?
The women are there too doing it.
You see the guy that just slapped his head, dude? See, wouldn't it be so much better if that was the guy from Bloodsport?
It's fair.
When John Candy's out here arm wrestling.
God.
Yeah, I roasted that guy for no reason, my bad. But these are supposed to be all truckers as the real story goes. Which I love the idea that there's a giant truck or giant arm wrestling competition with legitimate arm wrestlers. The only thing they do. There's like championships and stuff. And they're like, we need a trucker division. Like, who came up with that?
A trucker division.
What in the drunk Jim Crockett promotions?
There's Sammy Hagar singing your favorite song.
Yeah, dude. This song rocks. It's the best song in the movie, easily. See, the kid learned how to drive earlier, Tom, and that's how
he stole the truck or the car truck, the truck.
Man, I should have prepared better. I should have done an acoustic cover of "Winner Takes It All." I'll try to get that in post next hour, so send it to you.
So he's just going to get on this airplane, isn't he? This kid.
Yeah, dude. He's going to steal the airplane. He just stole that car. You can drive a semi. You can drive a car. You can drive an airplane.
Yep. You could dodge a wrench. You could dodge a ball. I'm just saying.
Same
Same thing.
Same thing. This movie's actually way better than I thought it was going to be as far as having fun watching it.
That part, yes. Have you seen the arm wrestling thing where Nathan Jones got his arm broken in the arm wrestling competition? Legit got his arm broken. Remember Nathan Jones?
No, I have not seen that, but I get kind of a little squeamish when bones start poking out of body parts and stuff.
It wasn't a compound fracture, but the guy broke his arm. Yeah, dude, I can't handle it. The quintessential 80s ladies.
The Ray Phoenix one is the most recent one I could think of, and I almost threw up in my own lap.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. You remember when Luchasaurus broke Ray Phoenix's arm?
I think so.
AEW. No, don't look up the video if you're squeamish about it.
Dante Martin's leg from the knee down, going backwards and spinning around. Oh my God! It scared the crap out of me for that kid.
Is that Jimmy Snuka? What is going? What?
Look at that! It's Randy Savage.
It is Randy Savage. That was Arn Anderson, clearly. Man, they got some jack guys. A lot of California indie wrestlers were like, heck yes, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll come in. Kids, the montage we got, there's the airplane on your screen right now, Trans World, where that kid just jumped a plane and they let him. How old are you, kid? Oh, that's cool. Come on.
The main baddie in this film just has a shirt that says Blaster on.
Yeah.
Right? What is that even? I can only think of Blaster used after a word to describe someone negatively.
or like Master Blaster, or
Master Blaster from Running Man. There you go.
Or Blaster the Autobot from Transformers.
Yeah, how often do you hear those versus like the other thing that I'm thinking of and trying to keep it clean on your podcast?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
What trophies really for this? You need a trophy with eagle on top of it? I don't know.
Dude, it matches the truck. Also, his last name is Hawk. It should have been a Hawk.
But you're saying it like Hawk. Like
Hawk.
Yeah. Is this a Jewish prize? Is it
Hawk?
And I did not mean that. If it sounded a certain way, I apologize. I wasn't trying to make
the
fun.
Atlanta Hawks.
Like where you pronounce, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Hawk, tomahawk. Am I saying it weird? Did I say it weird? I said it weird.
No, it sounded, but
well,
you weren't.
on purpose the first time.
I see.
It's like cool.
John Grizzly.
That's a name right there, dude. Performance Center should steal that name.
He did an interview. It's like it's like Top Idol or American Idol where they're doing interviews and stuff. Wait.
Imagine having Terry Funk on set with you and letting these nerds cut promos and not Terry Funk. Terry Funk has said no words in this film. That's a pretty cool. Well, if it wasn't like sleeveless out and cut neck, that's a pretty cool Budweiser shirt. I'd rock that.
Look at that dude. It is called Truckers Division.
Yeah, no, that's legitimately the true story is that they had a Truckers Division for this arm wrestling competition.
Oh. I swear to God, I think I know what the voice is now.
That is not a white Volvo. I'll tell you.
You hear me? I know what the voice is now.
What is
this
it?
is Garth from Wayne's World. Right? What do you think there, Lincoln? Oh, I'm gonna do okay. I'll try to. Oh, you know.
Wow, dude.
Okay.
When 5 years from now, when ChatGPT just can make any movie, I'm gonna replace all of Lincoln Hawk's parts with from Wayne's World.
Tell me it didn't sound like him.
He did. You're totally right. I just didn't hear it.
His hat said Las Vegas jail or something.
Las Vegas jail security officer, which is why I thought he was like a prison guard, but he's in the trucker division, so he has to be a trucker.
This guy, what's in his? Did he just eat a cigar?
Yes.
Well, there you go. Totally normal. Kid coming up with the luggage. Totally normal.
If this guy's an indie wrestler and that was his gimmick, though, that's a pretty good gimmick. Like, yeah, he eats his own cigars. Look how crazy he is. You're like, that's pretty crazy.
This guy's gonna sweat all over you.
He's just about to get smoked, anyways.
Here's what I'm gonna say to you: Stallone is no lightweight, as we know. I'd have a hard time believing he didn't legitimately win some contest in this movie. Like, whether off camera or on camera, I have a hard time thinking he'd just go, yeah, go ahead and beat me or I'll just beat you. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't think he's all shit? Like, I had a boss one time when I worked at Office Max who was a bodybuilder. And he would, like, we'd be lifting all these chairs and stuff down because you put them on top stock, like with a forklift, like office furniture and stuff. Look at this furniture down. He'd just be standing there, like, looking. We're like, dude, you got all the muscles. You're not helping us lift anything. He's like, these are all show no go, brother.
Show muscles.
So maybe Stallone's all show no go.
Look, he just won. He just beat Lincoln Hawk.
Beat him. He got distracted. The guy ate a cigar. Like that.
He gets DQ'd or something, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah, he cheated. Don't they tape their hands together? Like when someone cheats, they're like, we got medical tape their hands together.
Maybe.
Which is like
that seems kind of mean. Lincoln, you done lost, man. Don't you wish you had used your real voice now?
Do you think that they did any drug testing for performance-enhancing drugs or otherwise in the trucker division of this arm wrestling competition?
I would think if so, they have to have had drugs in their system. Your test came back clean. I'm afraid you're out of this competition.
You win just because you're the only one that showed up clean to this arm wrestling competition. Oh, so no, he lost clean, but you have to lose twice.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's we're going New Japan over here.
There you go. Double elimination.
Double elimination. We're not New Japan. We're going like more video game style. You drop to the losers bracket.
Oh, Funker got to talk.
Yeah, right. Like the trucker division had like massage therapy and stuff. Miss Cutler wants a word with you.
Oh, that's great.
You yellow-bellied, no-good coward. Running around, stealing people's grandsons.
Oh.
Mine's not as good as Moxley's. Moxley's is really, really good. His impersonation of Terry is top two.
What's he want with this guy? He didn't take the kid back.
To give him money to leave the grandson alone so that he can just have the grandson all to himself and forget about this divorcee husband.
You could just probably leave it right there. When you said have the grandson all to himself, just leave it right there because that's going to become a whole other movie. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, no.
I get it.
I'm
just messing with you.
Like his kid, he's like wanting the kid to grow up like it. That's why he sent him to military schools. The whole that's the whole story. Is that he doesn't like this. He's never liked this guy. His daughter is too good for him. So
Loja's whole expression, basically in every movie, including Independence Day, is always like, what? What? All the time.
His face is permanently stuck that way.
It is. Like he's confused. That's what are you talking about? What? All the time.
He'll say something like, I'm going to murder your children, and then just make that face like.
I want a shirt with the many faces of Robert Loggia, and it's that expression on every
like
one.
Like an Andy Warhol painting, just different colors.
Yes.
Same exact face.
Oh, look, he's offering him a new truck with a trailer.
Yeah, he's like, dude, if you're just here for the Volvo.
Not just a tractor. A tractor trailer.
Now, I do want to be fair to the grandfather here, and this needs to be said. This man's been long haul trucking this kid's entire life and hasn't seen him in years and has just sent letters.
Mm-hmm.
Letters. This man's not in a situation where he couldn't drop by every once in a while. And they were divorced. So we don't know what happened there.
True.
We don't know that the Lincoln Hawk we see now wasn't beating on this woman or something beforehand. They give us no backstory.
Nothing.
Whatsoever.
It's about to get real.
Heck yeah, it is. Dude, Terry Funk is about to sell so hard.
Funk's going to make Sly look like a star.
Oh, look at that, dude. Window bump. That's why Stallone liked him so much. He's like, man, he always makes me look so good.
Right? This place reeks of testosterone. There's male pattern baldness and too much hair everywhere else.
Okay, I don't remember the end of this movie, but doesn't like a monster truck happen at some point?
Did he just drink Valvoline, by the way?
Yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to warm up for something big, Valvoline will probably do it.
I like he has a shirt that just says Foo Bar on it.
Yeah.
Which just means effed up beyond belief.
Yeah. But, if you go around drinking Valvoline. Now, there's Sylvester Stallone. See how it's coming out?
Yeah. Look at that face.
He's going, like Adrian. But then he's like, congratulations, Lincoln. He goes, thanks. I did pretty good. It's pretty fun.
The internet owes Sylvester Stallone a lot of money for creating the original troll face, which is
It's true. Man, that Bull Hurley's no bull.
Yeah, Bosco's gone, dude. That's 2 losses, Bosco. Get out of here.
Bosco.
That was the guy's name. They did the little pre-interviews or whatever. That was his name.
And also, isn't it taking this kid a heck of a long time to get here?
This is the most realistic thing that happened in this movie.
That traveling takes time.
He had
right?
to drive to the airport in a stolen car. Convince them to let him on the airplane by himself.
Yes.
Take a taxi to this venue in Las Vegas. It's the most realistic thing in the entire film.
And I got a problem with it. Why don't I just let it go? You know what I mean?
Also, what is the solo flex? I need to look up what a solo flex. That's like a made for that's like one of those 2 a.m. infomercial things. Like, put that thing under your arm and you solo flex it.
Yes.
It's like a man's version of a thigh master for your biceps.
Right. Thigh master.
I wonder why he needs all that Alka-Seltzer. Is it possibly because he drunk a quart of motor oil?
It's possible. You know what they say? If you're going to drink Valvoline, chase it with some lemon Alka-Seltzer. You're good.
Sounds like a Johnny Carson bit, like when he's doing the fake ads.
Right? Boy, that is a serious deep cut you just gave. That's impressive.
I love Johnny Carson. I love specifically the comedians that he would have on there from the 70s. They're some of the funniest of the time.
Dana Carvey's got a great bit about he does Carson, where Carson will mention stories of particular bars he's been at and drinks he had, and he's making the whole thing up. But he does it in Carson's voice, and it sounds real. It's very funny.
Johnny Carson's a very interesting. I would recommend, if you're interested in that style of late night TV at all, his book is definitely the book on him is definitely worth a read. Specifically, talking about him being an amateur boxer and stuff, weird things you know about Carson.
I didn't know that. There's kids there, and his kid's going to encourage him, motivate him to win.
Oh, I was wrong. Bosco's here with the Budweiser shirt on. This is a sick Budweiser shirt, though. like I said earlier, I definitely rock this. Not as cut off though. Ain't nobody trying to see all that on me.
No.
I am not in the shape of Bosco over here.
Look, no one's in the shape of Bosco. Let's be straight.
Dude, look at Bosco's ripped, dude.
Yeah.
He's on the roids in the trend. Same time right here.
Got Big Show in a yellow shirt here, kids. He might win this one.
You know this fat white guy in the suit that just tried to capture the little kid is just going to get brutalized in this event. Also, this is the same exact scene as that Fred Savage Nintendo movie where they crawl through all the things as the fat dudes chase them.
Oh, yeah.
Was that movie called?
Oh. Shocker. See that? Ref's like, we got to set it back up. He wasn't ready.
He needs some milk.
Here's something else that Tom will nitpick. One of those referees had glasses on. Do you want your referees to have glasses on?
Can't see it. What an old wrestling gimmick. I love that, Tom.
Right?
He couldn't see because he's got them Coca-Cola bottle glasses on. That's so
wonderful.
OG. I love that. Bring it back.
Oh, my God. That's crazy.
Have the dude with like Bubbles glasses from Trailer Park Boys as a referee.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Why is no one doing that?
Why is no one doing that? Yeah.
Why is no one doing that?
It's like you go to the doctor's office and the nurse that comes in and waits on you, male or female, is like 400 pounds. You're like, are you the nurse? Hey, no disrespect. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if I'm at ease. But like, are y'all okay? I don't know. Referee shouldn't have glasses on is my joke. Let me get back to my original joke. I lost the narrative somewhere. I lost it.
I like that Sly here is wearing a Forever 21.
This is what Jennifer Beals wore this in Flashdance, didn't she?
Yeah. Clearly.
What a feeling.
Sly, did you please tell me costuming picked out this shirt for you, brother?
Like, hey, Sly, we're out of money because we paid you all of it. Could you just bring your own shirt? I don't know. Like
the poor PA. Tanya, can you get over here?
I'll just wear whatever you have. I don't care.
Tanya, get over here.
The man wants a shirt. Yeah. The man wants a shirt.
The poor PA is like, okay.
Sorry.
Just in her bra.
She's got to have a leotard underneath it, like a workout. You know what I mean? That way it's okay.
This is a Canon film production. They can't afford that.
Well, there you go. That's too much money.
I went bra. I could have went way.
That's fair. Yeah.
They spent all their money on paying Sly to be here to begin with.
12 million just to show up.
This shirt does definitely look like they were just like, you know, those Goodwill dumpsters you throw things in.
This is in the dumpster behind that dumpster. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. They like yelled at the gaffer tape guy. They were like, "Hey, go get Sly's shirt. Here's $1."
Hey, listen, I got to hand it to this kid. This kid has done a bang up job. This little actor.
Oh yeah, no, he's fine.
Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes these kid actors, you're like, oh God, but no, he's done a good job here.
And also like heroic effort on getting from California to Las Vegas by yourself, brother.
By yourself. You think the flight attendant came around and offered him something? Like, would you like some peanuts?
Like it was his first flight.
Yes.
You gotta go meet the captain.
Yes. Oh my God, that's funny. We missed all of that movie. Where's that movie at?
Yeah. What if we that's the movie someone should make where they retell this from the kid's perspective.
No kidding.
That'd be a good classic like 90s movie. Like a Mighty Joe Young type film.
Yeah, right.
But instead of a gorilla, it's Sylvester Stallone as his dad.
Maybe that's the next kind of podcast I tackle is here's what the movie could have been. Not what it should have been, what it could have been. You know what I mean?
I will say this movie is still better than RoboCop 2.
This movie is the Schindler's List compared to RoboCop 2.
The Cool Hand Luke.
The Cool Hand Luke.
In comparison to RoboCop 2.
This is all three this is the Avengers Infinity films combined next to RoboCop 2.
You think Sylvester Stallone saw RoboCop 2 and he was like, I don't feel so bad about Over the Top.
Yeah. I can't believe I can't. Oh, wow. No, we're good. Yeah.
Never mind. All right, they got a legit ref out here. He's got a big beard.
Hear that? It's a switch that goes on.
Oh yeah. Ash Ketchum, dude.
I want to
be the very best that no one ever was.
I can't stand this voice anymore. This movie needs to end so I don't have to hear him talking like this again.
You got no chance. You know that.
He's like,
I like his son is now a arm wrestling expert. He's like, get back in there. Don't let him psych you out, Dad.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to tear you. I'm going to kill you. And Stallone's like, that's not fair. You shouldn't say things like that.
Like,
I'm going to do a good job.
Outside of like maybe your arm catching a fracture, how hard can you get killed in an arm wrestling match?
Break your arm.
But that's it though, right? Like
Terry rotator cuff.
I guess. But this guy's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to eat your children. He's like,
I'm going to set fire to your grandparents. Like, what are you talking about?
Tyson over here.
I'm gonna steal your home. What?
I was like, and like, how often does an arm break happen in arm wrestling? I'm gonna say very rare. They have these big pads.
Hey man, not for nothing. Zumwalt is effing killing this role.
But what if it was Ox Baker?
You got to get off that Ox Baker. Ox Baker's 71 when they made this movie. No, I don't know.
No, I mean he was like I said, he was the number 2 choice for this character.
He's fantastic, this guy. Great. Very believable too. He just loud and barks and sweats and stuff. It's what you want your villain to do.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's not the villain though. That's the whole thing. He's just a competitive arm wrestler.
He's pretty villainous.
How he's done nothing villainous I said that and then that happened. But outside of that, he's just mostly just competitive about arm wrestling.
You just got to do that the whole time. You know what I mean? Listen,
I mean, if this is villainous, then don't ever listen to any stories about Michael Jordan on the court talking to people.
On planet Earth, no one's beaten this guy. Nobody.
Well, the real guy did.
Huh?
Well, the guy they based the story on beat this guy, right? Like,
well, not this guy.
Well, this is the part of the true story, right?
The commentator said this. He comes back with a great move. What move? There is no move. You just go one way or the other. Like commentators who.
This is where the movie really breaks down. It's like if they took all the arm wrestling out of this movie, it'd probably be like even better than it is.
And replace it with what? Just take it out?
I don't know. Terry Funk's there. Replace it with street fighting or something.
Terry Funk ain't woke up yet. He got kicked through a plate glass window.
He's dead. Terry Funk is officially
dead. That glass caught an artery. He's gone. He's bled out.
He is selling. He is Chris Jericho in the Royal Rumble, not showed back up into this match.
Like, Terry, we wrapped the film 3 days ago, brother. You can get up anytime now. Well, he's a pro.
You guys, this slow-mo embarrassing. Oh,
and how come the referees have never called him on this?
But see, they totally did wrap their hands together, so there'd be no. I called it. I remembered that from my child.
That did it
over the top.
Come on, man! You kidding me? This is great. Come on, Sylvester Stallone with your Flashdance t-shirt. You got this. I want to hear Irene Cara singing Flashdance right now.
This is Jen's t-shirt. Props. Props to
Props. Dude, I swear to God, these close-ups are killing me.
It's so hilarious. This did not need to go this long.
That referee with a massive beard happening. That referee was just running moonshine in Kentucky and came down to referee this thing. Are you kidding? Oh, look, he's all right. See that? The bad guy said, hey, man, good job.
Also, I thought it's like 2-round elimination. Don't they have to go one more time?
Apparently
no, it's loser bracket, winner bracket. They didn't do a good job of explaining winner's bracket, loser bracket.
And look, Bull Hurley's like, you know what? Did a good job, man.
Yeah. See, he's not a bad guy. He's just competitive. The grandpa's the bad guy. Just like in Mighty Ducks, like the rest of the Hawks aren't bad guys. It's the coach.
Ah. Are you saying that Johnny wasn't the bad guy? He was told to sweep the leg.
They made a whole another show about it, brother.
You know, I still haven't watched the last season yet. I watched every season up to the last season.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
I think you'll enjoy it.
I just haven't done it yet. I don't know why.
It's better than RoboCop 2.
Well, this podcast on its worst day is better than RoboCop 2. And if anybody says otherwise, you're hurting my feelings.
There's some fan out there right now. I was like, I like RoboCop 2.
Why do they keep crapping on RoboCop, man?
Rewatch it. I thought I liked RoboCop 2 as well going into that show. And now the grandpa's like, oh, I see the kid loves him. I gotta be a good guy, which is not at all how life works. But they do get a stay at Las Vegas Hilton, I see.
Uh-oh. Look here. The Hawk.
Now, is this a Peterbilt, Tom? That was the question. I like he has to hook his hood ornament because his last name is Hawk, but it's like clearly an eagle.
Let's see.
No, it's a white. What is a white semi?
I don't have the name of that truck. Hold on. All right.
Now, I will say, just as a semi truck alone, not as cool as the one from Maximum Overdrive.
Well, that's fair.
Not as cool as the one from Road Warrior. And
yeah, white trucks.
Not as cool as the Snowmans and Smokey and the Bandit with that giant Western scene painted on the side of the trailer.
Nothing's that cool. Yeah. Yeah, this is a white truck. There were 2 trucks built for the movie Over the Top. This truck was built as an integral sleeper.
A sleeper? Was they going to do a race? What is this, drag race in this movie?
Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Helicopter pilot, Ross Reynolds. Shout out to Ross Reynolds.
Look at that shot Mr. Reynolds is getting for us.
Yeah, no one told Canon that there was going to be a helicopter shot in this, and it would throw it over budget even further.
It's going to cost $30,000. No one told him.
That's like part of the reason that Appetite or with the November Rain cost so much is they spent like $2 million on helicopter shots.
Right?
It's easy now. You got the fun of drones and stuff, but back in the day, you used to have to hire a helicopter pilot to do this.
I'm just doing this to the song. Man, yeah, well.
So good. Also, Rocky is the next thing it recommended for me on Prime, which is a way better film.
I mean, I suspect as much, yes.
Some might say that it deserved an Oscar and won an Oscar.
And multiple spin-offs, perhaps, and even a new universe of films as well.
No, that was fun. That was a fun movie.
That was a fun movie.
You always ask the opinion of a movie. That was a fun watch. Like if I'm going to watch a bad movie, I want it to be like that.
Yeah, you can't do it right now. I haven't pitched to you yet. Hey, look, if this had been your call, we would have done the critically acclaimed Rambo First Blood that turned heads and got attention and made people go, man, he is more than just Rocky. That movie was awesome. But I'm like, no, let's do the far less stellar, far less profitable, and far hokier over the top. And once again, I have made the right decision. No,
I don't know, man. I would have gotten to do the whole monologue in Rocky's voice if he blew off Johnny's leg, which I think would have really brought it home to the end of the podcast right here.
Well, again, I don't ever need to see him sound like a normal person ever again. That was shocking. Like, I've heard him do it over the years, but you don't hear it that often. Like, I don't want to hear it again. It's, yeah. Oh.
It wasn't needed. Just because you're a truck driver doesn't mean that you can't, like, well, one, they're not even, like, it would be different if they were in the South and it's like, well, you're Southern, so you needed some sort of accent, right?
Yeah.
You're driving through Denver to California.
Yeah.
You kind of have, like, what's known as an airport accent, right?
Yeah,
Or you could just be from where you're from.
Sure.
There's no need for him to have like a different accent.
If you saw a picture of him and didn't know who he was, you'd go, he looks Italian to me.
I think more of the thing is he's like, I don't want people to associate this movie with me, so let me not.
Oh.
I mean, because he's openly talked about not wanting to do it and how he would have done it differently and how he rewrote part of this. He's like Ben Affleck in that Superman Batman movie, basically. Oof. From what we're reading here.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
He's like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
it's bad.
Pretty damn bad. Pretty darn bad. Pardon me. Yeah, pretty darn bad. Well, kids, there you go. There's your bad movie. You're welcome. Aren't you glad we did it? I'll bet you are.
It's not a bad movie. This is an okay USA movie.
It's an okay.
One thumbs up.
I'm about right there with it. I don't know if I can do that, but I'm about right there. Or
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, I'm like that. Maybe my thumb is here.
Going over the top, I see.
I'm just saying.
It gets props just for having an awesome theme song too. Like, winner takes it all, the loser takes the fall. It's pretty good.
I mean, the lyrics kind of make sense too.
Yeah,
winner takes it all, loser takes the fall. Yeah.
I'm going over the top. It's the whole. It even has the title of the movie in there.
Yeah,
it has a theme song.
That Highway the Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins not one time said the name. This here's Top Gun ever.
Never
See?
Once said that.
Kind of rip off is that, Kenny Loggins? Yeah. You want to make something funnier, say the guy's first and last name. For some reason, that just makes the bit funnier. I don't know why.
I mean, Loggins has been downhill since he left Messina.
Well, let's be fair. That's a great line. Loggins' best days was with Messina. Let's be honest here. It's been all downhill since then. That's a great line. Oh, I am upset I didn't do that myself first. You're going to keep coming on my show. You got to just give me the stuff because you're just taking all the good bits. Are you kidding?
I'll start on the sidebar. I'll give you chats of all my one-liners, and then you can use them.
I do shows so often, and people on the other side of the camera just nail me with stuff. And I'm like, that's the best thing ever. Like, I'm not even half that funny. Like, it's so good. You know what I mean?
I'll sell yourself short.
It's like, I'm okay. I'm here. You know what I mean? Some people are way up here. I'm floating about midway. I keep myself humble, kids. I'm midway to fair to Midland, as they say down here. Fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland, which is Midland.
See, I
Tennessee.
saved it with that one joke. See,
isn't that what it's supposed to be? Is Midland, Tennessee? There is a story.
I don't know. Is that where it came from?
My great aunt used to say that when she was like 80.
I did not know it was.
Like, how are you doing? She'd be like, fair to Midland. I was like, your husband fought in World War II. So that saying goes back that far.
Yeah. Every saying's connected to something. There was a great series on Netflix, and I can't remember what it was called, but where they went into curse words, and some curse words go back centuries and centuries and centuries ago. Like insane how far they go back. And like some, sayings and things you've said or heard all your life, and you're like, I had no idea one was connected to the other thing. Do you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. Well, kids, there you have it. There's Over the Top. Again, you're welcome. Stay tuned for a whole lot more Stallone stuff, because it's just he's done too much stuff for us to not do more of them. But maybe not Cobra, and maybe not.
He cuts that pizza with a pair of scissors, man. I don't know.
He's got the matchstick.
It's pretty good.
What was the move with Dolly that he did? Rhinestone
Cowboy, right?
Yeah. Oh God.
I always say Urban Cowboy, but it's not Urban Cowboy. Urban Cowboy is a great film, and Rhinestone Cowboy is Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy is a film. I don't know if I'd say a great film.
No, not. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
What's the everybody's talking at me, like all throughout the movie?
I don't hear
John
Boyd.
It's got John Boyd in it.
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy. That's a great film. Urban Cowboy is the one with Travolta.
John Travolta. Yeah. Hey, I'm a bull rider in Texas, and they're like, "Are you really though? Do you know how you sound?" Like, I don't know.
Don't touch the hair, pops.
For some reason, I've been highly offensive many different times during this show, and I didn't mean to be. It just came out. Oh,
yeah,
man.
You have to start putting money in the jar you have reserved for Joe.
Right? Oh, my God. Well, look, it'll be fine. We just won't tell nobody. Don't y'all tell. All right, let's get out of here, Chris. Now you can give me your last word on Over the Top.
Super fun. Really enjoyable movie if you have a friend to talk to about it as you're watching it. If you like Terry Funk, not his best role in films.
No.
But he's there.
He's there, and he said like 9 words. I think you could count them.
It would be better if Ox Baker was the main bad guy. That would have been a thing to behold. 1985 Ox Baker.
That's Chris's hill to die on, apparently. So,
well, just think about it.
I thought that guy did great.
Yeah, no, he was great. He was great. But just thought of like Ox Baker and interacting with Sylvester Stallone.
And getting him the heart punch in the middle of the truck driving.
Yeah. That's instead of just doing the little arm jab into his nose, he'd punched him in the heart.
Yeah, killed him.
And then the kid could have been like shocked because his mom apparently died of like heart problems, where she had to live in the hospital for 10 years or whatever. Like,
right.
What are you doing?
But they gave her full access to the phone whenever she wanted it. We never saw a nurse in the room.
And she's just able to get up and walk around. There's no nurses.
But then she's dead. Like, do you know what it takes to get from I can stand up, sit in a chair, talk on the phone, completely coherent, everyth's fine, to you're dead? How'd that happen so quick?
So in my version, where we're following the child, the mother is actually being poisoned by the grandpa. It's like one of those weird things where he's giving her like just a little bit of poison each day, just like a little bit of rat poison each day. So she keeps getting sicker and sicker and sicker. My movie took a dark turn.
Yeah, your movie got dark quick.
But it did make the grandpa more evil, because in this movie, the main bad guy is just like, he did not have this conversation with his daughter. Stallone just picks up the kid, takes him away from school. And the grandpa's just like, you stole the kid I have custody over. What's happening here?
Right.
We're talking about plot holes and things.
No conversation.
There's no real bad guy in this film. It's just a misunderstanding. And then they kind of squash the beef at the end of it, and they start their own trucking company or whatever. This is not a very canon film, like I said. But yeah, great movie. Whatever, it's fun flick. I don't want to say great movie because it's not like it's not Reservoir Dogs or anything.
No,
but it is.
It's no Urban Cowboy, I'll tell you.
Sit down, have a couple beers, talk to your friend, make some jokes. It's a good one. It's a good watch. Way better than RoboCop 2.
Again, it's our measuring stick for bad movies here.
It is the measuring stick, brother. I don't know that I've ever suffered through a watch along the way I suffered through that one. That was.
I mean,
tough
there's
sledding.
there's levels of badness, and RoboCop 2 is like Batman v Superman bad. It's that bad. Like
It's Batman, like bat nipples bad. That's how bad it was.
that's pretty freaking bad. Yeah, on a scale of
In
one,
longer. That's the other thing.
on a scale of 1 to Batman Forever, I would say it's a Batman v Superman. All right. That's it for us, kids. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you very much. Be sure to follow along on the YouTube, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Remember to get audio versions of the shows like the one you watched today, wherever you get your podcast. Be sure to follow us on the socials. And again, keep checking us out on the YouTube at boinkstudios.com. That's all we got, kids. We'll see you next time. But for now, that is Over the Top. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Check out our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at 6M Podcasts. We'll see you next time.